Check sound. Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Mr.
Yes, and good afternoon for Mr. Williams.
Good afternoon.
Wow, yeah, it is so really amazing, yeah. Right. Okay, so we have Mr. Williams in here. Right.
Heran ya, Pak.
Yes, nice to see you again, Mr. Williams. How are you doing?
Nice to see you all. I couldn't resist. I couldn't stay away.
Never mind. So we are glad to have you here.
Thank you very much.
Wait, I'm hearing a sound. Anyone in here playing a sound or something?
It's nice to see you all again. Yes. Oh, hang on. I think I'll knock the YouTube off. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Williams. Yes, I'm so glad to see you again in here, right? Even though we haven't met each other, right? So it is my pleasure to see you again in here.
Let's get rid of the.
Anyway, whose sound is that? Susie? Hello. Good morning, Susie.
Good evening, sir.
Oh yes, good evening. Yeah, you know it is evening today. Yeah, good. I thought it is still morning right now, right? So it is. Oh yes, evening. Yeah, it's been dark here, right? Hello, Yasmin.
Hello, Mister.
Good afternoon, Yasmin.
What, Mister?
Good afternoon.
Good evening, Mister.
Oh yeah, good evening. So you know it is evening. Hello, Bu Ina.
Halo, Mister.
Yes.
Itu suara siapa sih, Mister?
Nah, that's why it is what I'm asking before, right? So whose sound? Anyone in here playing another a sound or another meeting, joining another meeting? Oh, Yasmin, yeah, probably, yeah, Yasmin.
Hello, Mister.
Are you playing sound like that?
Ya, Mister, ada kelas online.
Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. If you're having another class online, so it means you are double, yeah? Wow. Yes. All right, dear ladies, yes, and gentlemen, right? Because only two gentlemen in here. So more ladies than gentlemen. Right. With this Erna, as usual, yeah, I'm making you as a co-host, okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. So before we are going further, so would you please for a few minutes, Erna and then Yasmin and then Bu Ina, would you please have a conversation to Mr. Williams for a while? I want to see that. Any kind of conversation. Is it okay, Mr. William? Yeah.
But there's a problem. I'm getting two different audios.
Oh yeah. You
And
have,
one, it's about a minute behind the other. So I don't know if it's because of YouTube.
yes. Probably one of us here. Yes, let me tell you, Mr. Williams. Yasmin is having a college also, so she's having double classes. So in here and then in her college like that.
To have two via Zoom.
Yes, I really appreciate anyone in here is having double classes, right? So without Yasmin, yeah. Yeah, at least please focus, yeah. Right. So who's that? Erna, yeah. Erna, Yasmin, and Bu Ina. Would you please have a little conversation to Mr. Williams for a while? I'd like to see you. Right. Free questions, yeah, as long as it is, nice questions, right? So, it's gone. It's gone.
Betulin dulu kali, Mister.
Yes.
Betulin dulu kali dia. Dia betulin dulu kali.
Yes. Okay lah, probably he'll be coming again. Right. Anyway, anyone
Sorry,
knows
ya, Mister.
where? Yes.
Sorry, dianya datang karena tadi aku ke-share sama dia. Sebelum belajar ini aku buat ngobrol dulu sama dia sebentar, ke-share sama aku Zoom ini gitu loh.
Oh, it's okay.
Ke-share sama dia.
Oh gitu. It's okay, it's okay, never mind.
Nah, dia tahu masuk, makanya aku ketawa begitu dia masuk karena dia kepengen kita belajar bareng juga, dia pengen ikut gitu.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, right. If he's Mr. Williams, so probably I can recommend, right? I know he's a good person, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Okay lah. Hello Erna. Erna. Yeah. Are you okay, Erna?
I'm good, Mister.
Yes. Erna, would you please smile? Nah, if you are smiling, the sun will shine brightly, right? Even in the evening. Yes, yeah. Okay. Hello, Yasmin, busy lady.
Hello, Mister.
Unfortunately, Mr. Williams has gone, so yeah, Bu Ina probably if he
dia
wants
mau
to
balik
join.
lagi dia
What?
bingung soalnya ada dua suara nih, barusan dia SMS ada dua suara, dia bingung, ada suara dari YouTube dari itu, jadi dia bingung. Ya aku mau jawab dia sebentar, Mister.
Iyalah, probably next one so he can join. Yes, right now Yasmin's having another class also. Ya. Yasmin, fokus ya Yasmin ya. So divide yourself into two, right? So in here and your class, right? So nothing excuse, right? Because of you are having another class, right? So you break up this class, right? Okay. Well, dear ladies. Anyway, anyone knows where Uti and who's that? Nandis is?
Nanti nggak datang-datang, Mister.
Okay, here we are. Mr. William has come back. Yes. Thank you. Right. Probably like Yasmin. Yasmin, if you can hear me, one of your sound, so you can use your ear plug, right? Or you can use, was that earphone, right? So one ear listen our voice, one other ear, so you listen to your colleagues, right? So I think it is fair. Yes, I usually do that when I have double, right? Double meetings or double classes. So I do that, right? One ear for my another room, and then one ear for another room, right? Yasmin, yeah. All right, Mr. William, is it clear enough for you?
Yeah. I think what was happening, I was getting a YouTube feed and a Zoom feed, and they were about 2 minutes apart. So it was, I would say something, then 2 minutes later, I'd then hear myself. And of course, everybody's else conversation moved on 2 minutes. And
Yes. Right, even in here, we have another class next to my room here. So even it is quite noisy in here. Right? Never mind, right? I'm trying to catch what you are saying. Right, well, dear ladies, Erna, it is Saturday night, Erna. So we need to be cheerful, okay? Without feeling sad or without feeling any kind of that, right? So it is Saturday night, so we need to be happy, right? You know why? Because we are here, we have Yasmin, we have Buina, and of course we have Mr. Williams in here. So we need to be happy, okay? Erna. Right. Yeah, Buina, Yasmin, and Erna. Yes, I'm giving you time, yes, for a few minutes. Have a little conversation to Mr. William. Ask everything about that. Ask everything about any kind. At least it is a nice questions, right? Okay. In a few minutes, please have a little conversation. Is it okay, Mr. William? Yeah.
no problem.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead, Erna, Susi, Erna, Yasmin, and Buina. I'm listening.
Oh my God. What is the question? Siapa duluan, Mister? What is the first?
Anyone. Bu Ina, Erna, or Yasmin, any one of you can be the first.
Good evening, Mr. Williams.
Good evening and good afternoon from Kuwait. It is nice to hear your voice, but that wasn't a question.
I don't know what must I say. Maybe I want to know about what days do you get up early?
Okay, as a working teacher, I get up early on weekdays, but because Kuwait is a Muslim country, a weekday is Sunday to Thursday. Whereas if I was in my own country, England, the United Kingdom, I would be getting up early Monday to Friday.
And what days do you get up late?
Actually, I don't get up late any day because my body clock won't let me. Even at the weekend, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. I want to sleep, but my body won't let me.
You have alarm, buddy?
We call it the body clock. It is your natural brain saying, wake up, wake up.
Reflex.
So even though I want to sleep in, my body, my brain says, no, get up.
Like me. Me too. And what are 3 things you do in the weekend? In the weekends?
3 things I do at the weekend. I do the lawn at the weekend. I do laundry. Not very exciting. I clean out my bird cage because I have a bird and his cage needs cleaning. And I like to visit the sea.
Okay.
How about you? Tell me about the 3 things you do.
3 things. If I was, I usually clean my house and make a food for my son and what? And clean my bedroom. My bathroom.
That's cheating. That's the same thing twice. Yeah. One thing, you don't say you make food.
What?
You prepare food. You prepare food for your son. You don't make food for your son.
Okay.
But that's a small issue.
What is different? Make a food and
because you don't make an egg. You go to a shop and buy it. But chicken makes the egg. You don't. You just take the ingredients.
Yes.
And you prepare food.
Okay.
It is a very, very small difference, but you want to be right. So you prepare food for your son. You don't make food for your son.
Okay, thank you. I know
Welcome.
it now.
Yes,
Welcome.
that's right.
Another Mr.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. William, probably I can add like this. Yeah. Prepare and make. Yes. Abuina, for Indonesian context, yes, I make, right? So for native, actually prepare, right? Yeah, the correct one actually is prepare, right?
Prepare.
Yes, I prepare food. For Indonesian context, yes, I make food, right, for my children. So you make it. Actually, yes, yeah, I prepare food, right? Or
Prepare.
like this, yeah. So, different, yeah, different context, yeah. You know, native context and local context, yeah, it is quite different. Yes, Wina, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Pak.
Yeah, Mr.
Note,
William, like that. So
note.
yes,
I writing.
yeah, I prepare food, right? I prepare food for my children, for anyone else, right? Prepare, yes. Everyone in here can get. So you got it right, right? So, uh, you know, I'm curious. You know, who's that? Erna, yeah. Erna, are you okay, Erna?
Set.
Nggak enak
Erna, you
badan,
okay, Erna?
Mister.
It is be careful, yeah. Be careful, yeah. If you translate into English, be careful, yeah. You say nggak enak badan, so never say my body is not delicious. Never say that, okay? Never say that, okay? Never say that. Never ever say that, okay? Right? Hey, you, what's going on? Yes, sir, nggak enak badan. And then, yeah, you want to speak in English, right? So you say, my body is not delicious. Holy, who wants to eat your body, right?
Delicious to eat. To eat.
Hey, if you translate from our language bahasa into English to be like that, right? My body is
Yeah.
not delicious. Badan saya tidak enak. Is it like that? Right? So that's why I never translate from bahasa into English, right?
Indonesian in English. English to Indonesian.
Mr. William and another native will speak. Yes, I said he's not feeling well, Mr. William. He's not
So
feeling
I
well.
understand, yeah.
He doesn't feel well.
Yeah, you are exactly correct. Delicious, you only use with the sensation of tasting something. So, no, the body isn't delicious.
Ya, itu si Erna ya. Erna. Right, yes, Bu Ina, thank you for your questions. And then Yasmin, take yeah, have a little conversation, Mr. Will. Yeah, so we have Will out.
Mister, suaranya
Okay,
kenapa
so
jadi
would you
kayak
please
robot begitu? Suaranya, your voice is not good. Like a robot.
The voice is distorting.
Yeah, the voice. Yeah. Halo? Yasmin, ngomong. Nah, Mr. William tanya.
How is it going?
Bingung Bu Ina nanya apa.
Tanya aja. Tanya misalkan.
That's your questions yesterday. That's your question yesterday.
Ya, tentang kemarin.
Yang
Kamu
kemarin
ngapain
boleh
kemarin?
Mister.
Hello.
Boleh.
Anthony.
In English, please.
Ya, ya. What days do you get up early?
It is Buina already, actually. Yasmin.
I still get up. I get up early again on the weekdays. Nothing has changed.
Modify, Yasmin. Modify your questions, okay?
Hobi aja tanya hobi. Hobinya apa?
Probably question number 5. I think it is hasn't been asked, right? Question number 5.
5. Number 5, Mister.
Yeah, probably yes. You can use number 5.
What is something you do only on Sundays?
Unfortunately, Sunday in Kuwait is a work day. I understand the question because in the United Kingdom, Sunday is part of a weekend, but not in Kuwait. So if I was in my country, my own country, on Sunday, I would go to the beach and watch
to
the
the
waves. The beach.
Hmm.
Because in England, I live on the coast, the northeast coast of England. So I like to go and walk to the beach. But I could only do that at the weekend because of work normally.
Wow.
How
Sunday
about
is a
you,
work day.
Yasmin? How about you, Yasmin? What do you do only on a Sunday?
I usually watching drama film.
Okay.
Watch.
In what is that Indonesian drama or American drama?
Korea.
Or
Korea.
Korean? Of course, Korea. I forgot Korea, yeah. And do you also enjoy comedy?
Komedi filmnya. Suka nggak? Yasmin.
Ibu Ina.
Katanya Korea apa kalau komedi suka nggak?
Yeah, I like
Comedian too.
I like comedian too.
No. Comedian is the person telling the joke. Comedy. So comedy programs. Yeah.
Comedy
So
program.
Yasmin, you could say, I not only like drama, I also enjoy comedy. Or comedies if you watch more than one.
So I also enjoy comedy bilangnya. Ikutin. Yasmin.
Oh, what?
I also enjoy comedy.
I also enjoy comedian.
Also.
No.
Also
Comedian.
tulisannya.
No. Comedian is the person. So if I tell you a joke, I'm the comedian. The type of program is comedy.
Comedy. I also enjoy comedy.
COMEDY. Comedy.
I on show.
Also.
I on show comedian.
Also tulisannya
comedy.
also. Tulisannya also.
Oh, iya.
Bacanya also.
I also comedy.
Enjoy. I also
enjoy.
enjoy comedy. You need a
Enjoy.
verb.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Enjoy itu
I
menikmati.
enjoy comedy.
Or
I
I also like
enjoy
comedy.
I
also comedy.
Enjoy.
Comedy.
I also enjoy comedy.
Yes, good.
Yes, check. I'm using my headset. So is it clear enough, my voice?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. Yes, finally I'm using my headset, so it is nice enough, yeah. So your voice so clear, so really clear in here, right, through my ears, right? Right. Okay, Yasmin, enjoy, Yasmin. Yeah.
Enjoy, Mr.
Do you enjoy watching horror film?
No.
Yeah.
So no, I do not enjoy watching horror. Or I dislike horror. So like, dislike, opposites. I dislike horror.
Yes.
I dislike horror.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Mr. Williams. Yeah, horror films in Indonesia, the ghosts are really pretty.
Oh, okay. Not in my country.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
tetap aja serem. But I think horror too, Mister.
Yes. Have you ever watched horror films, right? Like, who's that? DP, right? Dewi Persik. Yeah. Can you imagine that Dewi Persik to be ghost, right? So it's so pretty, right? Yes,
Yeah.
right. And then who else? Many Indonesian actresses, right, became a ghost, right? They are so really pretty, right? So what for you scared of, right? Nothing to be scared of, right?
Yes, Mister.
Like like pocong ngesot, right?
I never watched that film because I'm so afraid. So I don't know exactly what the horror is.
I ever watched horror films from Western, like Dracula, right? He's really handsome, like the movie Twilight. Twilight. Have you ever watched Twilight?
I don't know, Mister.
Probably for teenagers, really know, yeah. Anna, do you know it is Twilight?
Yes, I know.
Right?
Sir.
The Dracula in the movie is really handsome, right? Is it? Yeah. Otherwise, if you watch horror film from Japan, yes, yeah, I really scared. Yes, horror film from Japan, yes, it is really scary, right?
Korea tuh, Mister.
Oh ya?
Nah, kalau horor ya horor.
Okay,
So I
Erna,
never watch
you
horror.
never watch? Yes lah ya. Better we avoid watching horror films, right? Yes.
Yes.
Better we watch, like comedy. Yes. Yes, to make, to make us happy.
Drama.
Ya. Oke lah, drama ya. Yes. Probably Erna take a part. It is give certain questions to Mr. Williams. So come on.
Good evening, Mr. Rob.
Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm
That's so well.
I give you question. What's the most memorable thing in Indonesia in your opinion?
Wow.
Oh, that is a very good question. But unfortunately, I have no experience of Indonesia because I have yet to visit. So I would say the most memorable thing are the Indonesian people I have met in this class. Because it is nice to hear people trying to learn my language. And improving. Because it isn't easy. My language isn't, it's never easy to learn a new language. And all of you are trying so hard. And that is wonderful to see you all learning.
Right. Can you catch it, Erna?
What, Mister?
Okay. Can you get it?
Ngerti enggak?
Yeah, Mr. Williams said, yeah, he has no experience in Indonesia. He hasn't been to Indonesia yet. Right? Okay, probably one day we would like to invite Mr. Williams to come to Indonesia, yeah?
That would be nice, of course.
And then
But
to
at the
try
moment, the most important thing are the people in this class.
yes. You see that? The most important thing is the people in this class, right? Different, yeah. When Mr. Williams says something, so you're probably hard to get it, yeah. It is hard to you get it, right? And when I talk to you, easy, yeah.
Yeah, Mister.
Yeah. Yeah,
Of
you know, it
course,
is.
because to speak any language as a native, there are different levels. And one of those is understanding the regional sounds. And as I said last week, there are many ways of saying the same word, but using different sounds. And if you are unfamiliar with a particular sound, then it becomes more difficult. I'll give you an example. In Kuwait, there are three main telecommunication companies. One of them it's now called Ooredoo, but it used to be called Watanabe. And I would go into a small shop in Kuwait, we call them bakalas, and I would ask to top up my mobile phone. And I would say, could I have credit for Watanabe? And they'd look at me totally blank. So in the end, they'd say, oh, Watanabe. Yes, Watanabe. And it's sometimes people can say things totally correctly, but if you are only used to one way of saying it, then it becomes more difficult. And part of learning any language is being able to understand whatever the sound is, if that makes sense.
Yes, that's correct, Mr. William. I agree with you. Right. Any kind of accent, right? Hello, Erna. Did you get it? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. The most important thing, I mean, Mr. Williams' accent, it is different from our accent, right? Especially Asian accents, right? If you hear me to talk, yeah, we are Asian, right? So it is easier for you to get what I'm talking about, right? It is, yeah. Okay, the matter is how you speak up, yes, in the proper ways, like this. And then the native or anyone else, yes, so can get what you mean. It is, yeah. Yeah, especially the pronunciation itself, like Mr. Williams said before, right? Yes, I think the most important is the pronunciation, yeah, Mr. Williams, yeah. So we can understand each other, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Right. Never make a problem with oh, you are American English, you are British, you are blah blah blah. Okay. Yes. Any kind of accent you use, yeah, as long as it is English, I think, yeah, it is quite good, right? Is
Of course.
yes.
When I taught in Middlesbrough, which is a large industrial town in the northeast of England, there were 15 different nationalities outside British. So many different sounds. The important thing in everything is to listen to somebody else, not to judge, to listen. And you will all find your own voice. With practice, you will all communicate very well. But it's just about finding your own voice and having the confidence to use it.
Yes, that's right. Yes. Yeah, that's why we need to improve our pronunciation and our how we speak, right? It is okay, and especially uh, the first time we acquire English, right? Mr. William, I prefer to say acquire than learning, right? To make them easier. Sometimes like this, Mr. William, learning for them, it is quite hard, right? I want to make them, a bit to be, enjoyable for them.
Of course.
I use the words acquire, right? Acquiring English, then learning English. Yeah, yeah. For me personally, those words, actually similar, right? Yes, 11, 12, right? Acquiring and learning. The matter to make them a bit enjoyable, I
Of
use
course.
acquire.
I guess because of I grew up in huge poverty in my country. So brought up by a single mother, which at that time was very unusual in my country. And my mother, or colloquial, my mum, installed into me the idea of hard work. So as a teacher, I tend to use learn because that implies that there has to be some effort by the learner rather than I acquire it. I just sit here and it will float into my mind. I understand that it should be fun and everything becomes easier if it's fun. But as a teacher, I always like to say learn because it requires effort rather than acquire, which makes the assumption that if you listen, it will just magically happen. Somebody will give you the ability to like, I will acquire wealth. That means somebody's going to give it to me. Whereas a language, nobody is going to give it to me. I've got to put in the hard work. I've got to practice. Of course, that hard work can be fun, but the harder you work, the better you become.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Excuse me, I'm going to switch the light on. It's getting dark in Kuwait.
Okay, getting dark. All right, dear ladies. So we will continue, our lesson. Right. All right, Mr. Williams. All right, Mr. Williams. I have a text. I have a text in here. Right. I want to try them to read. Yeah, the text. Right. Is it okay for you to give comment for us
Of course.
as a native? Yeah.
Yeah.
I will share my screen. Right. For dear ladies, right, it is about people work, right? So the purpose is how you read well, right? How you read fluently, and then how you read correctly, right? At least, right, can be understood by the native. Okay? Okay, dear ladies.
Okay, Mister.
Hello, Erna. Erna. Erna.
Yeah, Mister.
Yes, yeah. Right. Okay. I will share the screen. Everyone, Bu Ina, and then who's this? Erna and Yasmin. Please read, yeah. Right. Okay. Is it a good idea for students to have a job? Why or why not? Right. Especially like Yasmin, yes, and then who's that? Erna, yeah. Right. Is it a good idea for you to have a job as a teenager like that, and then even Bu Ina, Bu Ina, I think you're still a teenager, right?
Yes, I'm teenager. Of
Yes,
course.
same as me, right? Right, well, dear ladies, yes. Anyone wants to try the first? Anyone to try first? Please.
Nih deh, Mister.
Right.
Uh,
Right, Mr. William.
Mister,
Yes.
Mister, I'm go to toilet.
Yes. Be careful, ya. Be careful, cockroach. Right. Yeah. All right, Mr. William. So let's have Bu Ina to read this. Okay, please, Bu Ina.
Brandon Smith. I am a junior in high school and I have a part-time job in a restaurant. I dish dishes on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 until 4. I earn $5.50 an hour. It it isn't much money, but I save almost every penny. I want to go to a good university, and the cost goes up every year. Of course, I spend some money when I go out on Saturday nights. Saturday nights. Semuanya, Mister?
Yes. Right.
Oh.
Actually, Bina. Actually, you need to read the title, The Daily Grid. Yes.
Is
Can
it
I
a good
comment?
idea for students to have a job? Why or why not? Lauren Russell. I am a senior in high school. I have a job as a cashier in grocery store. The job pays well, about $6.75 an hour, and I work every weeknight after school from 4 until 8. I don't have time for homework, and my grades aren't very good this year. But I have to work or I can't buy nice clothes, and I can go out on Saturday nights. Also, also a car costs a lot of money. Erica Davis. I am freshman in college. College is very expensive. So I work in a law office for 3 hours every weekday afternoon. I make photocopies, file papers, and sort nails for $8.25 an hour. The job gives me good experience because I want to be a lawyer someday. But I don't want to work every semester. I need time to study. Finish, Mister.
Okay, thank you, Wina. Yes. Okay, Mr. William, you wanna say
Obviously, it was very, very good. Firstly, the title of the paper, The Daily Grind. Just not grind, grind.
Ground.
It rhymes with mind. You know, we have a mind, M-I-N-D. So daily grind.
Ground.
Apart from that, everything was good. Now there's a mistake in the print. I'm reading I bus dishes, IBUS. That doesn't even exist as a verb in English. I presume it means I wash dishes.
yes, excuse me, Mr. Williams. Yes, this article was taken from American English.
Yeah, but as I said, I genuinely don't know what verb it could be that
Yes.
begins with a B.
Yes.
As I said, if it, in English, it would be I wash dishes.
Wash. Yes, that's right.
Wash.
Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Wash.
But that's, as I said, that's something all you were doing was reading what was on in the text, but everything was fine.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
actually, thinking about it, also she did say, I think she said grades or grades.
Grade.
Grades.
Grade.
Wrong. Incorrect. Grades. But again,
Grade.
slight error. Grades. You don't. It's not. Again, grades is sort of Hispanic American. In English, grades.
Great.
Great.
But
Thank
small
you.
small things.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes, that's right.
Grade.
Okay. Any other comments for Bu Ina, Mr. Williams?
Yeah.
Could you just say, if you're looking at Lauren Russell, yeah, can you see the last sentence? But I have to work, or can you just read that sentence again, please?
I am a senior in high school.
Yeah, just from but I have to work. So the second bit.
Second. If I have no. The job pays well, about $6.75 an hour. I work every weeknight after school from 4 until 8. I don't have time for homework, and my grades aren't very good this year. But I have to work, or I can't buy nice clothes, and I can't go out on Saturday nights. Also,
Right.
a car costs a lot of money.
Very
Right.
good, but you're saying can't too quickly. So you're saying the opposite. So you said, it sounded like I can go out on Saturday nights. So you've got to say, I can't. Slow it down. Yeah. Otherwise, if you don't slow it down, it sounds like I can.
I can't.
But you want the opposite. You want the negative. I can't go out. Because it's an abbreviation. It's a shortened verb, a shortened form of cannot. So that apostrophe shows there's been letters missed out, but you have to indicate to the listener that there's something being taken out. So slow it down and say, I can't.
I can't go out.
Yeah, just that one word, yeah. So that the reader understands that, no, I can't buy nice clothes. I can't go out.
I can't buy nice clothes, and I can't go out on Saturday night.
No. You've got to ta. You've got to say I can't. Otherwise, it says you're doing it. If you don't say that I can't, it means you are, but you're buying nice clothes. You're going out on Saturday night. You're going dancing.
Difficult.
So can't.
I can't.
Can't.
Try.
Can't. Okay. I can't.
So practice that. You need to say no to more people.
Okay.
I can't do this.
I can't do this.
Yeah, I can't do this.
I can't do this.
Yeah, that's better. Dramatic, but better.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Mr. William, anyway, can I ask you for a while?
Of course, ask me anything.
Yes. Wait a minute. This is what you mean, right?
Yes, it's an abbreviation because
Yes.
the proper word is cannot, but it's a shortened form, and it's acceptable. But you've got to indicate to the listener that you're not going to do this. So where you can either say I cannot or I can't.
Mm-hmm. So, is it American or British?
Both. It's okay. It's okay, but what Rowena was doing wasn't saying the T at the end. So it sounds like I can, which is the opposite meaning. Meaning, you know, she's buying nice clothes. She's going out Saturday night. And
So,
the opposite is true. So you've got to indicate that to the listener.
all right. So if it is, so how you pronounce this, and how do you pronounce this?
Right. The first one, so I would say I have to work. I can buy nice clothes. I can go out Saturday night. I can go dancing. But my parents or somebody else to say, no, you can't go out. You can't buy nice clothes. You can't go out on Saturday night. You can't go dancing.
Okay. it looks like American English, yeah, Mr. William, yeah.
Well, it's acceptable in both, but when you're saying it aloud, you've got to indicate to the listener whether you're doing it or you're not doing it.
Yes.
So the top one, can, means I can have a nice time. I can go to a party. I can wear nice clothes. But the second one, I can't go out. I can't. I can't wear nice clothes. I can't go to parties.
Yes. I've ever heard about the song like this. I can't stop loving you. Is it correct?
Yes, yeah, it's correct, yeah, because it's something which is outside of the singer's control. Whether he wants to or she wants to or not, they can't stop loving you because it's something deep inside them, in their hearts.
And I ever heard in what's this from Harry Potter movies, and I can't do that. He said that. So which one is correct?
It's correct to say you can't do something. That's okay.
So it's okay also, right? I can't do that.
Yes, if it's an answer to a specific thing, like I don't know, touch your toes. I can't do that.
Yes.
Stand on one leg for a minute. I can't do that.
I can't do that.
So can't is okay. But the point is that when you're speaking it, you've got to make it clear to the listener whether they can do it or they can't do it.
Okay.
And when she was speaking, it was sounding more like she can do it.
Yes.
And it's okay if she wants to wear nice clothes and go out dancing on a Saturday night. That's okay. but the text was saying she can't do it. So there needed to be more emphasis on the last syllable.
Yes. Right. How about this one, Mr. Williams? How about this, Mr. Williams?
Right. Not really. It's not great. Because got implies some sort of compulsion. You have to do it. So you would either say, I have to go. It's imperative. It's something that there's a desire there. I have to go. But I got to go. Got in that sense, yes, you'll convey in the message, but it's not grammatically correct to say I've got to go. You know, if you say it, people understand it, but it doesn't make it correct.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it is probably, we can say informal situation. Yeah, probably, Mr. Williams. Yeah, we can say that. Okay.
Yeah, in an informal situation, you know, you're speaking to your friend or your family and say, "Oh, I've got to go. I'm on a phone call. Got to go. Put the phone down." But grammatically, you'd say, "I have to go."
Yep.
I have to go means must. Must go.
I must go. Yeah.
The same?
Yes. It's okay to say I must go because you're implying that it's important to you. There's a sense of you need to hurry about something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just curious about how you say this. So you say got, right? I got to go.
I mean, it's a slangy thing. I gotta go.
Yes.
Gotta go.
And it almost becomes, instead of I got to go, because again, that it's not, there's a verb that's actually been missed out. So really speaking, you could also say when you're saying it, you put I have, but I have is too much. So people tend to say I've got to go.
I've got to go.
But again, it's a bit slangy.
Slangy. Yes.
Slang.
Slangy, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing, eh? Slangy, eh?
Well, in English, sometimes we take a noun like slang, and we put a y on the end of it.
Yes.
To make it an adjective. So slangy. I'm not saying that's correct, but you know, if I use the term, you understand it's come from the noun slang.
Right. Yes. Right. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Yes. Nice explanation, right? Yeah. We usually hear that. Usually from the movie or from informal situation, actually. Right. And even I got the words like this. You know that, right? Got to go, right?
Again, that's slang, but it's a contraction of I've got to go.
Yes,
go.
it is, right?
Yeah.
Yes. In my opinion,
got to go.
In my opinion, never use it in formal situation, right? Yeah.
No, it's slang.
Yeah.
Whilst people understand it, yes.
Yeah.
But it's like a lot of things, people understand it, but that doesn't make it correct.
Yes, that's right. Right. Hopefully Erna and Yasmin can get the words, yeah. Yes. We are live streaming, right? Right, well, dear ladies, Erna, Susi, Erna and Yasmin, so you learn much, yeah. So you got many things from Mr. Williams. All right. So I think we continue, Mr. Williams, yeah. So we would like to ask the ladies to read these articles, right? So for especially, yes, especially for this one, so you can change to be wash, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Right, yeah, Susi, Erna, and Yasmin, especially for that word, so you can change to be wash, okay? Well, Yasmin and Erna, what's to read next? Daily grind, and then yes, read all of them. We would like to see that. Okay, yes. Erna or Yasmin? Erna or Yasmin?
Erna, Yasmin.
Okay, come on now.
Baca.
Okay, come on now. Read now.
Mister yang 5.50 dolar itu bacanya apa?
Yeah, it's dollars, yeah.
Putih.
What?
Baca aja nanti dibetulin.
Oh,
You just
iya.
try. You just try it first.
The daily brain. Is it a good idea for a student to have a job? Why or why not? Brandon Smith. I'm a junior in high school and I have a part-time job in a restaurant. I wash dishes on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 until 4. I earn $5.50 an hour. It isn't much money, but I save almost every penny. I want to go to a good university, and the cost goes up every year. Of course, I spend some money when I go out on Saturday nights. Lauren Russell. I'm a senior in high school. I have a job as a cashier in a grocery store. The job pays well, about $6.75 an hour. I work I work every weeknight after school from 4 until 8. I don't have time for homework and my grades aren't very good this year. but I have to work or I can buy nice clothes and I can go out on Saturday nights. Also, I car costs a lot of money. Erika Davis. I'm a freshman in college. College is very expensive, so I work in a law office for 3 hours every weekdays afternoon. I make photocopies, file paper, and sort mail for each $25 an hour. The job gives me good experience because I want to be a lawyer someday. But I don't want to work every semester. I need time to study. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was very nice. That was very nice. There wasn't any mistake really. Again, you may want, when you say don't emphasize the T a little bit more, but basically everything was very nice.
Right.
It was good.
Any suggestion for Erna, Mr. Williams?
It's just having the confidence to start. I think she said the daily grind as well. It's the daily grind, but apart from that, everything was fine. It's just practice. It was a bit jumpy, but it would be. And the more confidence you have, the more the words run into each other. But at this stage, it was very good. Good job.
Yes. Right. Erna was confused to say this. How do you say this correctly, Mr. Williams?
She wasn't incorrect to say 550. Because the message is conveyed. That's the price. If in a mathematical sense you're going to put the units, then you would say I earn $550 an hour. But
yeah,
strictly speaking, it does say 5.50 or 5.50. But you tend to say I earn $550 an hour. Although it's quite bizarre, but they have $550 an hour, but he wants to save every penny. Dollars is an American currency. So if he's in America, he would want to save every cent. Penny is in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Pounds and pennies or pounds and pence. But not, it's interesting that they've mixed up the two units, but it is what it is. Every student can only read what's in front of them.
Yeah, it is mixed up, Mr. Williams. Yes, penny actually similar as cent. Yeah, dollar it is cent, and then $1, 100 cents, right?
Yes.
And then
yeah.
1 pound. 1 pound means
£1 is 100. It's 100 pennies, but correctly we'd say 100 pence.
Yes, it is right.
So a singular is a penny, the plural is pence. Pence.
Yes.
Not pennies.
Right. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is about currency.
Yeah. But dollars and it's 100 cents make a dollar.
Mm. Now it is something that they need to know. So we need to know also, Mr. Williams, especially about currency, right? Our currency is quite different from others, right? Like rupiah, right? Rupiah only, nothing cents, right? Nothing cent or penny. example, 1,000 rupiah, only that, right? Yes. Probably 1 cent, it could be 5,000, yeah, 5,000 rupiah for 1 cent. It is about the currency exchange, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't have any cents or pennies like that, right? Only rupiah, only rupee. Yeah. Yeah, Erna, yeah. So we need to know about currency also, yeah. Okay, cents or penny, it is about currency, yeah. Right, $5.50 an hour, right? Or $5.50 an hour, yeah. You can add N, yeah. Yes. Right. Yes, thank you, Erna. Yes, and thank you, Mr. William, for the comment. So now we would like to have Yasmin, right? Yasmin.
Yeah, Mister.
Mr. William, Yasmin is a funny lady.
It's good to be funny.
Yes. Come on, Yasmin. You need to try.
Mister. The daily bread. Is it a good idea for a student to have a job? Why or why not? Brandon Smith. I am a junior in high school and I have a part-time job in a restaurant. I bus business on Saturdays and Sundays from 8 until 4. I earn $5.50 an hour. It isn't much money, but I have almost very penny. I went to go to a good university and the cost goes up per years. Of course, I spend some money when I go out on Saturday nights. Lauren Rusher. I am a senior in high school. I have a job as a cashier in a grocery store. The job pays well, about $6.75 an hour. I work very weeknights, open school from 5 until 8. I don't have time for homework and my grades aren't very good this year. But I have to look, or I can buy nights college and I can go out on Saturday nights. Also, a car costs a lot of money. Erika Davis. I am freshman in college. College is very expensive. So I work in a law office for 3 hours every weekday afternoon. I make photocopies, file papers, and sort mail for 45 $8.45 an hour. The job gives me good experience because I can to be a lawyer someday. But I don't want to work per semester. I need time to student.
Thank you. Yeah. So how was it,
Right.
Mr. William?
Like everything, I can't criticize anybody for trying hard. And clearly, Yasmin tried hard. At the very start, it's not grinned the daily grind. Now, she said id ear. I know that's what the word said, but we split it up. So we have an idea. The emphasis is on the first syllable. So idea. Where is it? I want to go to a good university. The vowel sound, she said, was I went, which is a totally different word. So I want.
Yes.
What else is there? Clothes somewhere. I'm trying to look where it says clothes. Which one of the three wants clothes? Oh, it's Lauren. Lauren likes nice clothes. Again, can't. You need to say make the second syllable longer. I can't. So there's again indicating that it's difficult, that it's, I can't, it's impossible. Now, which one was this? In Erica Davis, the last one. I'm just reading it. I sort mail for $8.25 an hour. You put a lot of emphasis on the H. In English, the H in hour is almost silent. It may be there, but it's only slightly. Whereas you sort of said, hour. No, it's the H in that example is pretty silent. An hour. Yeah, and again, want at the end. So I sort mail for $8.25 an hour. It's almost a silent H, whereas you made it a very long H. But it was very good. I don't want to be critical. It was very good. It's a learning process. And it's easy for me because it's my language.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, of course, it is so much easier for you, Mr. Williams. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Yasmin, and Mr. Williams. Right. Yeah, once again, hour, not hour, yeah. So the silent H, right? Yeah. Yes. So hour, so H, so the sound of A, right? Hour, right? An hour. So never happen. An hour, right? An hour. Right. All right. Yes, Yasmin, Buina, and Susie. Right. Before we are going further, to Mr. Williams, would you please give us example how to read this, Mr. Williams?
Okay. Obviously, I'll have to fight, and because normally I'd read it faster, so I'll say it slowly. The daily grind. Is it a good idea for a student to have a job? Why or why not? Brandon Smith. I'm a junior in high school and I have a part-time job in a restaurant. I wash dishes on Saturday and Sunday from 8 o'clock until 4 o'clock. I earn $550 an hour. It isn't much money, but I save almost every penny. I want to go to a good university and the cost goes up every year. Of course, I spend some money when I go out on Saturday nights. Lauren Russell. I'm a senior in high school. I have a job as a cashier in a grocery store. The job pays well, about $6.75 an hour. I work every weeknight after school from 4 until 8. I don't have time for homework. and my grades aren't very good this year. But I have to work, or I can't buy nice clothes, and I can't go out on Saturday nights. Also, a car costs a lot of money. Erica Davis. I'm a freshman in college. College is very expensive. So I work in a law office for 3 hours every weekday afternoon. I make photocopies, file papers, and sort mail for $8.25 an hour. The job gives me good experience because I want to be a lawyer someday. But I don't want to work every semester. I need to study.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Williams. So, in a law office, yeah, law, yeah, Mr. Williams, yeah, law, yeah.
A lawyer.
In law, yeah, lawyer, right? Not law, yeah, law, yeah.
No, lawyer.
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Right. It's our pleasure to listen from the native in here, right? Right, Yasmin, Susi, Bu Ina. So we heard that the correct one, right? Yes, Yasmin, Bu Ina, and Erna. If you want
Yes,
to know
we
about
got.
yes, if you want to know about the meaning, yeah, I mean better we ask to Mr. D, right? I think Mr. D knows well, right? Even knows better than me, right? If it is only about the meaning, yeah, like what is restaurant, right? Okay, and what is homework or gardens, right? Or photocopies, yes, or expensive, right? Right. So if you want only about the meaning, so better we ask about that to Mr. D, right, Mr. Williams, yeah, yeah, Mr. D. Is it correct, Mr. Williams? Yeah, Mr. D. You know Mr. D, Mr. Williams?
Who's Mr. Deal?
Mr. D is Mr. Dictionary.
Ah, okay, okay. I haven't met him yet.
Yeah.
I hope he will introduce himself one day, Mr. Dixon, Mr. D. Yeah, cool.
And even it is my teacher also, right? Mr. D. Right. So the purpose is how we read well. It is right. Right. Lawyer, an hour, right, or hours, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, ladies. One more thing. We would like to try. I have another pause, right? All right. Actually, it is about simple. Yes, simple, but sometimes we missed it, right? About articles or an, right? It is already simple. Okay. It is about singular and plural, Mr. Williams and everyone in here. Right? Right. So he's a carpenter. He's a good carpenter, right? And then now it is example. All right. So what we need to do, we need to find errors in these sentences. All right. For example, number one, he's carpenter. He works for construction company. He builds schools and hospitals. Of course, it has errors, right? So we find the errors like this, yeah. Like he's a carpenter. He works for a construction company. He builds small schools and hospitals. Right? Okay. I think it is easy. However, sometimes we missed it, right? Okay, so we can try, everyone, dear ladies and Mr. Williams in here. All right. So who wants to try number 2? Bu Ina, Yasmin, or Erna? Who wants to try? School. She works for travel company and arranges tours. She's travel agent. So can you find errors that Bu Ina, Susi, or Yasmin?
No, good.
Who wants to try number 2?
She works for travel company.
Bu Ina ya, Bu Ina. Bu Ina, you the first.
She works for travel company and arranges tours. She's a travel agent. She's a travel agent.
Is it correct or incorrect, Mr. Williams?
50-50.
50-50. 50-50.
Because there are two nouns in there, and she omitted the first one, but put the second one. Do you want me to just say it correctly?
Yes.
Or do you want to ask the other people to see if they can do it correctly?
Probably they take turns for the next number, Mr. Williams.
Okay then. So for question number 2, she works for a travel company. Yeah. Because T is a consonant.
A travel company.
Yes. So you omitted that.
Arranges.
Arranges tours. Yes, that's okay.
Tours.
The second bit. Oh, sorry. The second bit you got correct actually. You said she's a travel agent. That's correct. So you got one right, one wrong, so 50-50.
Yes. 50-50. That's right. Okay, so you can see the red mark there, right? So it is what we need to add later on N, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, so he works for a travel company and arranges tours, and she's a travel agent, like that. Yeah. Right. Let's see a little bit more. So it is the example, yeah. Yes, use a plus singular nouns before consonant sound. Use an plus singular nouns before vowel. Vowel sound. He's a carpenter. He's a good carpenter. He's an architect. He's an expensive architect, right? Do not use a or an plus plural nouns, right? They are carpenters, right? Never use they are a carpenters, right? Never, yes. And then they are expensive architects, right? As can it be understood, Yasmin and Bu Ina, and of course Erna? Yeah, you just put a or n, right? Okay, let's go to the next number. All right. Who wants to try number 3? Erna or Yasmin? Number 4, Bu Ina, get ready again, yeah?
Okay.
And number 5, Bu Ina, number 5. Number 3, who wants to try? Yasmin or Susi?
Yasmin.
Okay, good job, Yasmin. Yasmin, good job. Yeah. Yasmin, start now.
He has interesting job. Has a teacher. He was in high school.
Okay, so the revision, the correct one, you just write about the original sentence. So can you fix it up? You insert a or an. into this sentence, right? Okay.
Eh, eh, ulang.
Halo.
Okay, Yasmin,
Iya, Mister.
can you fix it?
He has and he has interesting job. Has a teacher. He works in high school.
Okay, is that your answer? Yes, it was your answer, Yasmin.
Iya,
Oh yeah.
iya.
Okay. Yeah. Ah, how was it, Mr. Williams? Incorrect or correct?
Incorrect. There was three an or a's you got to insert, and you put one of them in. Do you want me to say it correctly, or do you want to
Yes.
have another go?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
So he has an interesting job because I is a vowel. A, E, I, O, U. So for that, he has an interesting job. He's a teacher, which Yasmin got correct. That one was okay. He works in a high school.
Okay.
A high school because H is a consonant.
Okay.
But it needs a or an, and in this case it's a.
Yes. Okay.
A, E, I, O, U. 5 vowels.
Yes. A, I, U, E, O, yeah.
Yeah, I save them in alphabetical order.
Nah,
Yeah.
it is vowel sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you see this interesting, so it is right? So it is a vowel. Right? So we put N. Okay. Right? And it is teacher, it is consonant, right? Consonant, so it means and then high school, of course, okay. Yes. Never ask why, yeah. Never ask why. Yeah, it is. Why it is so? Yeah, yeah. Like this, Mr. William. Sometimes people ask about why.
Why indeed?
Yeah. It is the pattern, right, Mr. William? It is the formula, right?
It's like anything. Who wrote these rules? They've been around for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yes.
And we're not going to rewrite them.
At least we remember this, right? If we have vowel sounds, we use an. We have consonant sounds, so we use that's it. Yes. Never ask why. Okay. Yes. We wanna make English to be easy, right? Okay. Thank you, Yasmin. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Williams. And then we go to number 4, and then it'll be Yasmin. Yasmin. Erna.
She is she is an architect. She works for a large company. she builds houses. It's a great job.
Right. How was it, Mr. Williams?
3 out of 4.
Oh,
So
yes.
she's an architect because because architect, the A in architect is a vowel. So she's an architect. That was correct. She works for a large company. That was correct. She builds houses. Houses are plural. So no A, no an. It's a great job. So 3 of 4 were correct, but plural don't have a or an.
Yes. Yeah. If used as, nothing articles, so nothing or an, right? If used as, right, houses or books, right, nothing or an, right? It is only for singular, right? Okay,
Yeah, Mister.
you got it, Susi, yeah? It's a simple, sometimes we missed it, right? Okay, thank you, Mr. Williams, for explaining. And then let's try Bu Ina. Yay, 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 Bu Ina for number 5.
Number 5. She works with She works with computers in an office. She's a word processor. She's also a part-time student. She takes an English class in the evening.
Good job. As far as the text allows. So she works with computers in an office. You said that correct. Now, the text says and you said she's a word processor. That would be correct, but it's nonsense. She can't be a word processor. That's the job of a computer. Maybe she uses a word processor, but she isn't one herself. So that's not her mistake. It's just doesn't make sense. So you can't say somebody's a word processor. No, they're not. Maybe they use word processors, but they're not one themselves. I think what they're trying to say is she corrects language. So she does the job of a word processor, but she's not one herself. As I said, I understand it's not her mistake. It's just what's written in front of her. She's also a part-time student. That was correct. And she takes an, because E is a vowel, an English class in the evening. Again, correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, good job,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Good job.
Good job. Finally, good job.
Yes, talking about the word processor, Mr. Williams, I think it's right now typist, probably, who always types documents.
Yeah, secretary.
Secretary, yes. All right. Wow, Bu Ina, good job.
Yay.
Yes. All right, so we have another few minutes. I think one more exercise is okay, yeah? Right, in instant, right, let's go in this part, right? So complete the conversation with the correct words, do or does, so simple, right? Yes. Okay, who wants to complete first line? What does your husband exactly? Okay, Erna, Yasmin, or Bina?
Erna aja, Mister. Masa aku melulu yang mulai?
It's okay, it's okay. So, I mean, who wants to be the first? Please choose yourself. Point yourself. Erna, Bu Ina, or Yasmin? Come on, for the first line.
Nggak ada yang mau nunjuk. Nunjuk sendiri aja, Mister.
Malu-malu.
Yasmin.
Okay, Yasmin.
Okay.
Good job, Yasmin. Yeah. Yasmin.
What does your husband do exactly?
Yes. It's correct, yeah, Mr. Williams, yeah?
Yeah, correct, yeah.
Of course, yeah. It is so, I think it's a piece of cake, right? Right. Well done, Mr. Yasmin. Right. Line 2. Liz. Who wants to try Liz? Wina or Erna?
Erna, Mister.
Okay, come on, Er.
He works for a department store. He is a store manager.
Oh, yes. Marvelous. Yeah, he works. Yeah. Never ask why, yeah. Why with S, yeah. Yes, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Next, line 3. Of course, Bu Ina, yeah.
Yeah, Mister. How does he like it?
How does he like it? Is it correct or incorrect?
Correct.
Correct. Yes.
Correct.
Right. So we have, yes. Good job, Wina. Next, back again to Liz. Of course, who's that? Yasmin, yeah.
Boleh aku nggak, Mister?
Huh? Taking turn, Bu Ina. Yasmin.
Yasmin, iya, Mister.
Okay.
It's interesting job. He likes it very much. But he works long hours. And what do you do?
What?
And what do you do, Mister?
Okay. How was it, Mr. William?
3 out of 4. It's an interesting job. He likes it very much.
Like,
She said like. He likes it very much, but he works long hours. And what do you do? So everything was 3 out of 4.
Oh, yes. And then I want to underline it is, Yasmin. Yeah, especially sound, yeah. Hours, yeah. Long hours, like William said, right? Yeah, the sound of okay? The sound of hours, right? Okay.
Mister,
Yes.
yang behave works atau work?
Work or works?
Works ya, Mister.
But he works long hours.
Oke.
Kalau mau tanya kenapa pakai S, tanya sama Mr. William ya. Okay. Thank you, Yasmin. Yeah, he works long hours, right? And what do you do, right? Thank you. All right, next, Tom. Who's next? Bu Ina or your Erna?
Erna, Mister.
Oh, okay, come on, Er. I'm a student.
I'm a student. I study architecture.
Really? How is it, Mr. William?
Yeah, correct. I'm a student. I study architecture.
Architect, yeah.
Archie, not Archie. Even though it's spelled, you say architecture.
Architecture.
Silent H. Silent H.
Okay, silent H.
Architecture.
Architect. Architect, yes, Mr. William. Architect, right? Architecture.
You're an architect and you study architecture.
Architecture. Oh, yes.
Architecture. Architecture. Architecture.
Yeah, in our language we say architect, yeah? Architect, right? Architect.
Yeah, you're an architect, but you study architecture.
Yes.
Architecture.
Right, yeah, Erna, yeah. Okay, good job. Now, Liz, Bu Ina. Oh, really?
Oh, really? Where do you go to school?
Yes.
Hello?
How was it, Mr. William? Correct or
Good
incorrect?
job, good job. Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Where do you go to school?
Yes. Yes, especially about talking about school. So we usually say, where do you go to school? How about if we say, what's your school? Yes. Is it okay?
Yes, because that's different. Because you'll talk, because is a form of the verb being, whereas goes is or go is a verb to go. So, oh really? Where do you go to school?
Yes.
They're two different things that you talked about.
Right. Ya, please remember ya Erna, Yasmin, Bu Ina, kalau di bahasa kita beda ya. Kalau bahasa kita di mana sekolah lu gitu ya. Yes, where's your school ya. Nah, it is wrong, it is incorrect, right? So it has to be where do you go to school? Never say where's your school.
Well, you can say it, but it's a different question. Where is your school is asking where is it located?
Yes. It is what I mean, Mr. William. In our language, if we want to say the school they go, so we use where, like that. Actually, in English, it is where asking for the location, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is ya. Please, it is ya, Erna, Yasmin, dan Bu Ina. Right,
Yeah,
thank you, Bu Ina. And then, like this, for example, Erna, where do you go to school?
I go to school in 65 senior high school.
You can say, I go to, say your school, 50, what?
65.
I go to 65. You can say, I go to 65 vocational high school. Can you say that?
I go
To?
I go to 65 senior high school.
Yes. Like this ya, Mr. William ya. The answer like that ya. I go to.
Yeah, or you could say I attend, but it means the same thing.
Yes. Alright. Remember ya, Erna. Alright. Next, back to Tom ya. Tom. Yasmin, Tom.
I go to Linford University. My wife Jenny go there too. Go.
How was it, Mr. William? I think
50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
That's right.
I go to Lincoln University. My wife, Jenny, goes there too.
Goes, yeah, goes there. Yes. Right. Yes, Yasmin, yeah, goes, yeah. Not goes, yeah. Goes, yeah. This is, be careful to say this word, right? Yes, William, yeah. How to say number one and number two, Mr. William?
Number one, what goes? My wife Jenny goes there too. Number two is an expression. Gosh.
Gosh.
Oh,
Right?
gosh,
Yeah, this one. Gosh. Yes. Sometimes
gosh,
from our
gosh.
yes.
Gosh, and gosh and golly. They're both words to express surprise.
Yes. Right. Okay, for the next, who's next? Bu Ina ya? Tom. Yes, Tom. Liz.
Top.
Liz. Really? Who's next? Bu Ina or Yasmin?
Ya. Yasmin apa Erna?
Erna ya?
Erna.
Erna ya? Oke. Erna. Ya, Er.
Kelly. And what does she study?
Good job. Good
job. So 100% ya, Mr. William.
Yes, yeah. Really? And what does she study?
Study, right? 100%, right? Nothing 50-50. Right. Good job, Susie. And then Tom. Tom, it is Bu Ina ya?
Ya.
Easy Bu Ina.
She studies hotel management.
How is it,
Good
Mr.
job.
William?
It's 100%. Good job. She studies hotel management.
Yes. So it is right.
That
It's a piece of cake. Yeah, Bu Ina, it's a
interesting.
piece of cake, right? Easy peasy. Yeah. Closing. Probably I'd like to say Yasmin.
That sounds interesting.
Yes, thank you.
That sounds interesting.
Yes. Right. Mr. William, how about if we listen them to talk each other in pairs, right? Bu Ina to Yasmin, Tom and Liz. Okay, to be a dialogue. Okay. Right. Bu Ina talk to Yasmin, yeah. Bu Ina, Tom, Yasmin, Liz. Okay. Would you please?
Okay. What does your husband do exactly?
He works for a department store. He is a store manager.
How does he like it?
It's an interesting job. He likes it very much, but have works long hours. And what do you do?
It's an interesting job. He likes it. He likes it very much, but he works long hours. And what do you do?
Bu Ina, I think you got wrong line. Bu Ina, Tom. Bu Ina, Tom,
Okay.
Yasmin, Liz.
Udah, Tom. Lah, Yasmin baca lagi dong harusnya.
Yasmin, this one. Bu Ina,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Yes. Please, Bu Ina. I am a student.
I am a student. I study architecture.
Oh, really?
Architecture.
Where do you go to school?
I go to Lincoln University. My wife, Jenny, goes there too.
Really? And what does she study?
She studies hotel management.
That sounds interesting.
Who is this? How was it, Mr.
Oh,
William? How many
Very
percent?
good. Oh, 100%.
100%.
yeah.
Apart from everybody wanted to be Liz, but apart from that,
Yes. So let's see Yasmin to Erna. Come on, Yasmin, Tom, and then Erna, Liz.
What does your husband do exactly?
He works for a department store. He is a store manager.
How do he like it?
It's an interesting job. He likes it very much. But he works long hours. And what does you do?
I am a student. I study architecture.
Oh, really? Where does you where does you go to school?
I go to Litcore University. My wife Jenny goes there too.
Really? And what does she study?
I study hotel management. Management.
That sounds interesting.
Yes, any comment, Mr. Williams?
yeah, you don't say do's. What does? And also, do you go to school? I can't remember who said what, but somebody said do's. No, what does? What does your husband or whatever it was? And do you go to school?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, Susi, where do you go to school? Yeah, Susi, yeah. I heard Susi said that, right? Yes, Sus?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mister.
where do you go to school? Yes. Right, now last round, Susi to Bu Ina. Susi, Tom, Bu Ina, Liz. Okay, Bu Ina, Liz, ya.
Yeah.
What does your husband do exactly?
He works for a department store. He's a store manager.
How does he like it?
It's an interesting job. He likes it very much. But he works long hours. And what do you do?
I'm a student. I study architecture.
Oh, really? Where do you go to school?
I go to Lincoln University. My wife Jenny goes goes there too.
Really? And what does she study?
She studies hotel management.
That sounds interesting.
Right. Any mistaken words, Mr. Williams?
Good job, both excellent, but architecture. The only mistake, all the verbs were totally correct, 100%. Just the word architecture.
Yes.
But good job.
Good job, Bu
job.
Ina, Yasmin, and Susi and
Yay.
Madu. Yes. So the most important thing, how we use this language, right? Yeah, even you know, my wife Jenny, right? Yes, ignore about the context. At least how we use this language, okay? Later on, so you can modify the language, okay? So you can say whatever you want, right? At least, right? We acquired this language, so we remember this words. We remember this dialogue. What's that? Okay, any questions for now?
No, Mister.
Clear, yeah?
Clear.
All right, so yes. Nice job, yeah? Yes, it is our reviews for today. All right, next on, we go to the next chapter, yeah? Yeah, we go to the next chapter. And then please improve your English always, and of course attend the class. Yeah, Yasmin, and of course Erna. Yes, who's that? Bu Ina. Yeah. All right, and of course to Mr. William, thank you very much for joining
A
us.
pleasure as always.
Yes.
As I said, I can't always attend, but if I possibly can, I will. And I've got free time, I will. So, you know, invite me anytime.
Yes, actually, I tried to contact you a few days ago, right?
Yeah, I think we got each other's numbers wrong. If you just enable the chat window, I'll type it again.
Really?
Yeah, because I've got your number wrong as well, so I've missed out some numbers. So.
Oh yeah.
Because I counted them and thought there's something missing here. So yeah. So if you want, I'll just type my number in somewhere. Yes. If you just enable it, right? So.
Okay, is it able now?
Yeah. So that's Q8. So that's the WhatsApp number.
Yes, and I sent my right. 00. I mean,
I will check what I typed in. So
your country code. Your country code, Mr. William.
Yeah. I mean, you can, instead of the first 2 zeros, you can put plus. So actually, let's put it down here. Will it let me put a plus? Yeah. So.
Or probably if it is okay for you, so you can text me first so I can get your number. It is my number.
Right, hang on, let's just modern technology, eh? Let's try. Where's my contacts gone? Where's it gone?
A few days ago, I tried to text you. However, probably I failed. Yes.
062812766. Because I've missed out an 8, I think. That's what I did wrong. Come on, let me edit it. So
yes,
8128766 I believe that's it. No, right, let's find out. But you're showing us on WhatsApp. Hang on.
Yeah, sometimes it needs a few minutes.
Yeah, I've just sent you a message, but you'll see a bridge.
Oh yes. That's
a broken bridge.
Yeah, I got it.
That's me. Yeah. It's the Clegg Bridge. It's the Clegg Bridge. When I was a lot younger, my dad actually took me underneath that, so I can remember looking up at that. It's now repaired because it's in Wales. It's called the Clegg Bridge.
Oh, this one, yeah. Oh, bridge, yes.
But it's a bridge that broke. It broke. Nobody was hurt, but as they were making it, it broke.
Okay, so you got my reply.
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. Good job.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
So you can save my number. So probably I was wrong to save your number before, right?
Well, I think I can't pass judgment because I missed out a number as well.
Never mind, never mind. Yeah, and of course, Mr. Williams, I really thankful to Bu Ina, So, she made us, to see you here, right?
Well, as I say, I'm a teacher. I just enjoy helping people.
Yeah.
And if I'm free, I will do that. But sometimes, I won't. But invite me anytime. Well, if you invite me anytime, if I'm free, I will join. And if I'm not, it's because obviously I've got school work myself. And or I might be able to. And certainly, you have one of the ones you have during the week. I might be able to attend, but it will have to be an hour into the lesson. But if and I'll come in, and if you want to let me in, you can let me in. But if you always send an invite, I will do my best to attend. But obviously, I have job commitments on my own, so sometimes I won't be able to attend. But if I'm free, I will try, just because I like to help people.
Yes, of course, Mr. Williams, and it is our pleasure to have you here, right? Yes. All right, so before we dismiss our class tonight, so any closing statement from you, Mr. Williams?
No, just everybody did very well and tried very hard, and just keep practicing. It'll come. But everything was good. You learn by your mistakes, and if you're not making mistakes, you're not trying. So yeah, everything was good job.
Yes. All right, that's it. Yes, keep practicing. Yeah.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
We can all do it. Let's do it.
Yes. And I can't stop loving you.
Wow, somebody's very lucky.
Yes. I stated from the song, right? I can't live without you, Wiz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All these songs that you use can't. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Right, to Erna and Yasmin, of course, Buina, yes, and Mr. Williams. As the keywords tonight is keep practicing. Was that from Mr. Williams, right?
Keep practicing.
Yes. Right. Yeah, Erna, thank you. Yeah, Yasmin, and of course, Buina, and once again, Mr. Williams, my pleasure to have you. Right, so we'll see you again, dear ladies. Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday.
Bye.
Wednesday we have 8:30. Yes.
Okay.
8:30.
8:30 Wednesday.
Bye.
Okay, see you again. Dear ladies, keep healthy, keep attending the class, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam. Bye.
Erna, keep healthy ya, Erna.
Ya,
Keep
Mister.
strong. You Wina.
Ya,
I'm
Mister.
having dinner. Hungry.
Yeah.